Today I stand before you to share a journey that began with a profound encounter with God that changed my life forever. In that moment, I realized I was not just existing, I was called to thrive, to embrace a life filled with purpose. In the tapestry of life, there are moments that stand out, moments that redefine our understanding of existence and purpose. For me, one such moment came when I least expected it, a divine encounter that shook the very foundations of my being. It was a time of turmoil, confusion, and deep-seated questions about my path in life. I felt adrift, lost in a sea of uncertainty, searching for meaning in a world that often seemed chaotic and unforgiving. On a seemingly ordinary day, I found myself seeking solace in nature, wandering through a quiet park that I often frequented. The trees stood tall, their leaves whispering secrets as the wind blew gently through the branches. I sat on a weathered bench, allowing the peace of the surroundings to envelop me. Little did I know, this was the moment where the ordinary would become extraordinary. As I closed my eyes and took a deep breath, I began to reflect on my life, the struggles I had faced, the dreams I had abandoned, and the hopes I had nearly forgotten. In that silence, I felt a stirring within me, a gentle prompting that seemed to echo in the stillness. It was as if the very essence of the universe was reaching out to me, urging me to awaken from my slumber. In that moment of vulnerability, I cried out to God, pouring out my heart with raw honesty. I spoke of my fears, my doubts, and my longing for clarity. I expressed my desire to find my purpose, to understand why I was here, and to discover the unique calling that I believed lay hidden within me. It was an act of surrender, an acknowledgement that I could no longer navigate this life alone. Suddenly, an overwhelming sense of peace washed over me. It was a peace that transcended understanding, enveloping me like a warm embrace. I opened my eyes and the world around me seemed to shimmer with new life. The colors were more vibrant, the sounds more profound. I felt a presence beside me, a reassuring whisper that said I was not alone, that I was seen, loved, and cherished beyond measure. In that sacred space, I experienced a profound realization God had been waiting for me to invite Him into my heart, to acknowledge His presence in my life. This divine encounter was not just a fleeting moment, but a powerful invitation to embark on a journey of faith, trust, and transformation. I recognized that the struggles I had faced were not in vain, but were part of a greater narrative, one that was woven with purpose and intention. As I sat there, I began to envision the life I desired, a life filled with hope, joy, and fulfillment. I realized that God had a plan for me, one that was far greater than anything I could have imagined. This encounter ignited a fire within me, fueling my desire to seek God more earnestly, to dive deeper into His Word, and to cultivate a relationship that would guide me through the challenges ahead. In the days that followed, I began to notice changes in my perspective. I approached my daily life with renewed vigor, viewing challenges as opportunities for growth and learning. The doubts that had once paralyzed me were slowly replaced by a sense of purpose and determination. I found myself reaching out to others, sharing my story, and encouraging those who were also seeking answers. This divine encounter marked the beginning of a transformative journey, one that would lead me to a deeper understanding of God's love and His incredible ability to change lives forever. It reminded me that no matter how lost or broken we may feel, a single moment in the presence of God can shift everything. Transformation through faith is a powerful journey that can redefine our lives in profound ways. For me, this transformation began as I gradually embraced a faith that was both deep and personal. I had grown up with the concept of God that was often tied to rituals and traditions, but it wasn't until I began to actively seek a relationship with Him that I began to experience true transformation. In the early stages of this journey, I was overwhelmed by the weight of my insecurities and fears. I grappled with questions about my worth, my purpose, and whether I truly belonged. These thoughts often consumed me, leading to a sense of stagnation that prevented me from moving forward. However, as I opened my heart to faith, I discovered that I was not alone in this struggle. The stories of those who had walked similar paths resonated deeply with me, and I found solace in the fact that many had experienced significant transformations through their own faith journeys. As I began to immerse myself in the teachings of faith, I encountered profound truths that started to change my perspective. One of the most significant realizations was that my identity was not defined by my past mistakes or failures, but by the love and grace of God. This revelation was liberating. I understood that through faith, I could let go of the chains that had bound me for so long. I no longer needed to carry the burden of guilt or shame. Instead, I could embrace the freedom that comes with forgiveness. Faith became a lens through which I began to view my life differently. I started to see challenges not as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities for growth. Each trial I faced became a chance to deepen my reliance on God and to develop resilience. When I encountered setbacks, instead of succumbing to despair, I leaned into prayer, seeking guidance and strength. I discovered the transformative power of trusting God to navigate the uncertainties that life presented. Faith began to reshape my relationships. As I grew in my understanding of God's love, I learned to extend that love to others. I became more compassionate, patient, and forgiving, recognizing that everyone is on their own journey. I began to see people through a new lens, understanding that they too carry burdens and struggles that may not be immediately visible. This shift not only enriched my relationships, but also allowed me to build deeper connections with others, fostering a community grounded in mutual support and encouragement. As I continued to embrace faith, I felt a stirring within me, a calling to serve others. I became actively involved in community outreach programs, seeking to make a positive impact in the lives of those around me. This desire to give back became a natural outpouring of my faith, as I realized that true transformation is not just about personal growth, but also about uplifting others. The joy I found in serving was immeasurable. It was a testament to the fact that when we live out our faith, we become vessels of hope and love in a world that desperately needs it. Through this journey of transformation, I learned that faith is not a one-time event, but a continuous process of growth and renewal. It requires intention, commitment, and a willingness to step out of our comfort zones. Each day presents new opportunities to deepen our faith and to allow it to shape our lives in meaningful ways. The journey is not always easy. There are still moments of doubt and uncertainty. However, I have come to realize that even in those moments, faith provides a steady anchor, guiding me through the storms of life. In essence, transformation through faith is about embracing a new way of living, one that is grounded in love, grace, and purpose. It is a journey that invites us to let go of the old and to step boldly into the new, trusting that God has a plan for our lives that is far greater than we could ever imagine. Restoration of purpose is a profound journey that often begins in the depths of our struggles. For many, myself included, there comes a moment when we realize that we have drifted away from our true calling, lost in the chaos of life's demands and distractions. In my own experience, this realization was both disheartening and enlightening, as it opened the door to a transformative process that led me back to my authentic self. In the beginning, I found myself trapped in a cycle of routine and obligation, feeling unfulfilled and disconnected from my core values. Each day seemed to blend into the next, filled with tasks that lacked meaning. I was chasing after success in the eyes of the world, measuring my worth by achievements and accolades, but inside, I felt an emptiness that could not be filled. The disconnect between my daily life and my true purpose began to weigh heavily on my spirit. It was during a period of reflection and introspection that I began to seek a deeper understanding of what it meant to have a purpose. I turned to prayer and meditation, yearning for clarity and guidance. In this sacred space, I poured out my heart to God, asking for direction and the ability to see beyond my current circumstances, I realized that restoration of purpose often requires us to be vulnerable and open to divine intervention. In my quest for understanding, I began to study the lives of those who had walked similar paths, individuals who had faced adversity and yet emerged with a renewed sense of purpose. Their stories inspired me, reminding me that setbacks and struggles can serve as catalysts for growth. I discovered that many people had experienced moments of awakening, where they were compelled to reevaluate their lives and align their actions with their values and passions. As I delved deeper into this journey, I started to identify the passions that had once ignited my spirit. I reflected on the dreams I had set aside, often due to fear or societal pressures. I recognized that God had placed unique gifts within me, waiting to be uncovered and used for a greater purpose. This realization marked a turning point in my life, prompting me to reclaim what had been dormant for so long. Restoration of purpose is not always a linear process. It often involves stepping outside of our comfort zones and embracing the unknown. I began to take small but intentional steps toward aligning my life with my newly rediscovered purpose. I sought opportunities to serve others, to share my gifts, and to make a positive impact in my community. Each act of service brought with it a sense of fulfillment, reminding me that my purpose was intertwined with the lives of those around me. As I engaged in these meaningful activities, I witnessed a gradual transformation within myself. My mindset shifted from one of self-doubt to one of confidence and hope. I found joy in the act of giving, and the connections I forged with others deepened my understanding of community and compassion. This sense of belonging further fueled my desire to live out my purpose authentically. Through this journey, I also learned that restoration of purpose requires patience and perseverance. There were moments of frustration when progress felt slow or when obstacles seemed insurmountable. However, I learned to trust the process and to lean on my faith during these times of uncertainty. I understood that restoration is not just about arriving at a destination, but about the growth and lessons learned along the way. In essence, restoration of purpose is a beautiful reminder that we are all capable of aligning our lives with our true calling. It invites us to reflect on our experiences, embrace our gifts, and step boldly into the life we are meant to live. This journey, marked by faith, self-discovery, and the desire to serve others, has the power to transform not only our lives, but also the lives of those we touch along the way. Overcoming obstacles is a fundamental aspect of the human experience, shaping who we are and how we navigate the world. In my life, obstacles have appeared in various forms, some external, others deeply internal. Each challenge has served as a lesson, a call to resilience, and an opportunity for growth. I've learned that the way we approach these hurdles can either define us or propel us toward a greater understanding of our purpose. At different stages of my journey, I have faced significant obstacles that tested my resolve. There were moments when I felt trapped by circumstances beyond my control, where the weight of doubt and fear threatened to crush my spirit. For instance, during a particularly challenging time in my career, I encountered setbacks that seemed insurmountable. I was overlooked for promotions, faced criticism, and grappled with the feeling of inadequacy. The dream I had nurtured for so long felt as though it was slipping away, leaving me feeling disheartened and questioning my worth. In those moments of despair, I realized that the obstacles I faced were not merely roadblocks, they were opportunities for growth. Instead of allowing self-pity to consume me, I began to shift my perspective. I turned to prayer and reflection, seeking strength and guidance. It was through this process that I learned the importance of resilience, the ability to bounce back from adversity and to remain steadfast in the face of challenges. One key realization was that overcoming obstacles often requires us to embrace discomfort. It's easy to seek comfort in familiar routines and avoid situations that challenge us. However, growth occurs when we push ourselves beyond our limits. I began to take proactive steps to confront my fears head-on. This meant seeking feedback, developing new skills, and surrounding myself with individuals who encouraged and inspired me. I realized that every obstacle was an invitation to learn, adapt, and improve. Additionally, I found that maintaining a positive mindset was crucial in the face of adversity. When confronted with challenges, it's easy to succumb to negativity and self-doubt. Instead, I focused on cultivating gratitude, reminding myself of the progress I had made and the lessons learned along the way. This shift in mindset allowed me to view obstacles not as failures, but as integral parts of my journey, shaping me into a stronger and more resilient individual. Another significant aspect of overcoming obstacles is the importance of community. I discovered that I didn't have to face challenges alone. By reaching out to friends, mentors, and support networks, I gained valuable insights and encouragement. Sharing my struggles with others not only lightened my burden, but also opened the door to collaboration and new perspectives. The power of connection became evident as I witnessed the strength of collective resilience. As I continued on this journey, I encountered obstacles that tested my faith and belief in myself. There were moments when I questioned whether I was on the right path or if I would ever achieve my dreams. In these times of uncertainty, I leaned into my faith, reminding myself that challenges are often part of a larger plan. I learned to trust the process and to believe that each obstacle brought me closer to my purpose, even when the way forward seemed unclear. Overcoming obstacles has taught me that resilience is not a destination but a continuous journey. It is the ability to rise after each fall, to adapt, and to keep moving forward despite setbacks. Each challenge has added depth to my character, equipping me with the tools needed to face future adversities. Through this process, I have come to embrace the belief that obstacles are not meant to break us, but to strengthen us. They are opportunities to discover our inner strength, to cultivate empathy, and to inspire others on their own journeys. The impact of personal growth and transformation on relationships is profound and far-reaching. As individuals evolve, their interactions with others inevitably shift, influencing not only how they relate to themselves, but also how they connect with the people around them. In my own journey of self-discovery and faith, I have witnessed firsthand the transformative power that growth can have on relationships, shaping them into sources of support, encouragement, and deeper connection. At the heart of this transformation is the realization that personal growth often leads to a greater understanding of oneself. When we engage in self-reflection, we uncover layers of our identity, beliefs, and values. This process is essential in building healthier relationships. As I began to understand my own needs, desires, and boundaries, I found that I was better equipped to communicate effectively with others. I could articulate my feelings and expectations with clarity, fostering an environment of openness and honesty. This shift not only strengthened my relationships, but also encouraged those around me to express their own thoughts and feelings, creating a culture of mutual respect and understanding. Personal growth fosters empathy, an essential component of meaningful relationships. As we confront our own struggles and challenges, we develop a deeper appreciation for the difficulties that others face. I learned to approach relationships with a sense of compassion, recognizing that everyone carries their own burdens. This newfound empathy allowed me to be more present for my loved ones, listening without judgment and offering support when needed. As I shared my experiences, others felt encouraged to do the same, leading to deeper, more authentic connections built on vulnerability and trust. Another significant impact of personal growth on relationships is the ability to let go of toxic patterns. Many of us find ourselves caught in cycles of negativity or codependency that hinder our ability to connect genuinely with others. Through my journey, I learned the importance of establishing healthy boundaries and recognizing when relationships were no longer serving my well-being. This realization was not easy, as it often required difficult conversations and, in some cases, the decision to distance myself from certain individuals. However, this process was liberating. It allowed me to cultivate relationships that uplifted and inspired me, rather than dragging me down. In addition, as I pursued personal growth, I became more aligned with my values and passions. This alignment naturally attracted like-minded individuals into my life. I discovered that surrounding myself with people who shared similar goals and aspirations created a powerful support system. Together, we encouraged one another to strive for our dreams and celebrated each other's victories. The energy of these relationships was infectious, fostering a sense of community and belonging that reinforced my commitment to personal development. The impact of personal growth on relationships extends beyond immediate connections. It ripples into broader social circles. As I grew, I felt a sense of responsibility to give back and support others on their own journeys. I became actively involved in community initiatives, mentoring individuals who were seeking guidance and encouragement. This commitment to service not only enriched my own life, but also positively influenced those around me. By modeling the principles of growth and transformation, I inspired others to embark on their own paths of self-discovery, creating a network of support that transcended individual relationships. The journey of personal growth is an ongoing process that continues to shape and enrich relationships throughout our lives. It invites us to embrace change, to communicate authentically, and to foster connections that uplift and inspire. As we evolve, we create space for deeper understanding and compassion, enabling us to navigate the complexities of human connection with grace and intention. The impact of this transformation is a testament to the beauty of relationships as they flourish in an environment of love, empathy, and mutual growth. Living as a testimony is a powerful concept that embodies the idea of embodying the values, principles, and experiences that have shaped us into who we are today. It goes beyond mere words. It is about allowing our lives to reflect our beliefs and the transformative power of our experiences. In my own journey, I have come to understand that living as a testimony means being a living example of faith, resilience, and hope for others. The foundation of this testimony lies in the authenticity of our experiences. Each of us carries a unique story marked by triumphs, struggles, and moments of profound growth. Embracing my own narrative has been a vital step in living as a testimony. I learned that sharing my journey, both the highs and the lows, can inspire others who may be facing similar challenges. Vulnerability is often perceived as a weakness, but I have found that it is one of the most powerful tools for connection. When I openly share my struggles, I create an opportunity for others to relate, fostering an environment where healing and understanding can flourish. Living as a testimony involves an unwavering commitment to personal growth. This journey is not stagnant. It is a continuous process of seeking improvement and striving to embody the values we hold dear. I have experienced moments where my faith was tested, where I felt lost or uncertain about my path. In those times, I leaned into my beliefs, seeking guidance and strength through prayer and reflection. By actively engaging in this process, I not only strengthen my own faith, but also serve as an example to others. When they see me navigating difficulties with grace and perseverance, it encourages them to tap into their own resilience and trust in their journey. Living as a testimony also requires a sense of responsibility to uplift and support others. We are not merely living for ourselves. Our lives can serve as a beacon of hope for those who may be struggling. I have learned the importance of extending a hand to those in need, offering encouragement and support in any way I can. Whether through acts of kindness, mentorship, or simply being a listening ear, each gesture contributes to the larger narrative of hope and transformation. When we live selflessly, we demonstrate that true fulfillment comes from serving others, and this attitude can inspire those around us to do the same. Furthermore, being a testimony means embodying the principles we advocate for in our daily lives. It's about aligning our actions with our beliefs, demonstrating integrity in all we do. I strive to live with authenticity, ensuring that my words and actions are congruent. This consistency builds trust and credibility, allowing others to see that the values I espouse are not just ideals, but a way of life. When we live authentically, we become a testament to the transformative power of faith, love, and resilience. In a world filled with noise and distraction, living as a testimony becomes increasingly important. It is a call to rise above the chaos and be a source of inspiration for others. Each interaction we have, whether big or small, can create ripples of positive change. Our lives can be a living proof that transformation is possible, that hope exists even in the darkest times, and that love can conquer all. Living as a testimony is an invitation to embrace our unique journeys and share them with the world. It challenges us to rise above our circumstances and to shine brightly for others to see. When we embody our beliefs and share our stories, we become living testaments to the incredible potential that lies within each of us. Through our lives, we can inspire others to embark on their own journeys of transformation, creating a legacy of hope and resilience that can impact generations to come. In conclusion, living as a testimony is a powerful journey that intertwines our personal experiences, growth, and commitment to uplifting others. Each of us carries a unique story, marked by challenges and triumphs that shape who we are and how we relate to the world around us. By embracing our narratives with authenticity and vulnerability, we not only foster deeper connections, but also inspire those who may be facing similar struggles. As we commit ourselves to personal growth and align our actions with our values, we become beacons of hope and resilience for others. Living as a testimony challenges us to rise above our circumstances, demonstrating that transformation is possible through faith, love, and perseverance. Each act of kindness, support, and encouragement contributes to a collective narrative of hope, reminding us that we are not alone on this journey. Our lives can serve as a living proof of the incredible potential that resides within each of us. By embodying our beliefs and sharing our stories, we create a legacy of inspiration that can ripple through generations, empowering others to embark on their own journeys of transformation. Let us embrace the call to live as testimonies, shining brightly in a world that often craves light, and fostering a spirit of compassion and resilience that uplifts us all.